Alright, so Dragon Ball Daima. If you know, you know. New Dragon Ball came out. Apparently, a lot of the fans hate it. Seen videos of people dogging it, disrespecting it, Even a lot of famous YouTubers, a lot of them, casual fans and the fans that are all the way in there, they read the manga, they got everything. They all seem to be disappointed, kind of, in some way or another. It's like they're not getting what they wanted, apparently. But I don't know exactly what they wanted. Maybe they wanted some more Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Blue, space battles, different universe shit. And don't get me wrong, I want that shit too. Tournament of Power too. I wanted Moro and Granola too, I think we'll still get them eventually, but seeing this thing come out does not erase the potential of that happening. And we had the early leaks saying the name was supposed to be Dragon Ball Majic originally. And apparently Toei switched the name last minute. So now it's Dragon Ball Daima. And I seen what the name meant, and it's not really a real word in Japanese. And then it's like a pun and a play on words that English speakers wouldn't understand. I seen a couple YouTubers saying that. I watched a Geekdom video, he said that too. And I understood it when I saw it. I understood it, especially because they said the name used to be Magic. If you don't believe me, I'll show you real quick. I'll break it down. Okay. Now, I kind of knew some of these words beforehand, and that's why it clicked for me. I'm like, oh, I get that. I don't speak Japanese. I was trying to learn it, but I didn't really learn shit, But I know a lot of the words for some reason. Hearing it a lot and actually actively trying to listen too, you start to hear the words. Now I actually know a lot of the words now. So I immediately remembered, and I knew I've heard the Demon King in a lot of different anime. I've seen it in a lot of manga spelled out. Daimo, that's how a lot of people pronounce it, Daimo, but no, I think it's more pronounced this. That's like the actual pronunciation, Daimao. Okay, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use the accent. But Demon King Piccolo, even this website, they mention it. Piccolo Daimao. Okay, a villain from Dragon Ball manga. I didn't even type Dragon Ball in, and he came up. Okay, so we know that Daimao means Demon King. Daimao means Demon King, right? And the word that's in that word, Mao, I knew that was always referring to devils, and the nicknames for like devils or demon kings. They, like what this says. Now that kanji right there, that kanji Ma, that's important. That's why this Daima, that kanji Ma, it's important. That's why the word Daima has this in it. Okay, it's a combination of the word Ma, meaning devil or demon, and oh, that's the king. Okay, because I remember, I know what that means, because if you ever heard Osama, that's not, that whole word is not Osama. That like and then Sama, King Sama. They addressing the king with respect. The king is just my man's Boji Oji. If you know it, you know it. But anyway, and then magic, the word for magic in Japanese, what is it? Mao. Maho, my bad. Maho. I know if anybody watches Aladdin and Sinbad, I forget the actual name right now, but if Sinbad, you know what I'm talking about. Come on. With the Aladdin. You got the come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. Maho that's magic. So you put all that together, you take the Ma, and then it's already got the Dai. I was just figuring, the Ma could be the beginning of Maho. But that's why it's a pun. It's a play on words, because this word doesn't exist. It's a mixture of both. Daima, you don't just say Daima, you say Daimao. But then, that's like, okay, you get it. All right, here's my look at the trailer. I'm going to, pause it. I'm going to compare the art styles later, because there is a thing. People thought it was going to be more of an anthology when it was being rumored in the beginning, but turns out it's not an anthology. Okay, it's going to be one whole series about this demon magic. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, right here. I like the parallel already. I don't know if it's a parallel. Maybe I'm like the people on Twitter now. Everything's a parallel, right? But this is like a tree. He's had a tree in the godly realms too. That's even where the Kais are born. So since we're dealing with the demons, I wonder if we're gonna see any dark Kais or hold on, I'm gonna keep going because I got something about that. I don't think anybody else caught this, right? This room is looking crazy. Okay, now that character right here, this person, the pink person, okay, I think it's a female Hakaishin. Did I say those names? No, I might be tripping. Whatever they call the dark Kais, like the evil Kais, that's what she is. Okay. CGI Shinron. Okay, you see the CGI game stepped up. Cause like a lot of this, okay, like I feel like okay, you know what? I might be tripping. That might not be a woman, but it's definitely a dark Kai. Okay, it's an evil Kai, regardless. And this little person is probably a little magic demon dude who's looking at the past history of all of these niggas. But it seems like the history is really locked onto the Buu saga. I think some of these pictures back here are CGI. Okay, particularly the Babidi one. That's what makes me think that's CGI, and that one a little bit, but it might not be. I know the art, the overall, those two characters are not CGI. Okay, but then we get another view of the same tree. It's not even a tree. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. That might just be the building spiraling like that. Okay. Spaceship. It's a storm. Okay, that fish right there. That fish is CGI, okay? And the CGI, that shit's come a long way. Superhero was like the breakout. That was like the best CGI I think that's been in an anime up to date. And then now, so ever since that movie came out, all the CGI all across the board in every anime and the movies, the anime movies that come out is way better. Cause now, don't get me wrong, it was good CGI anime before. I'm not saying there's never been any, but superhero was like that was different. That was different. It was different from Pixar shits. It was like really anime 3D. Ooh, okay. Now, Shinron, that's CGI Shinron. Okay. CG, look at him. And it's smooth. It's not jagged. Like before he move all like slow and but you see how smooth they got it now, man. That doesn't matter anymore. They got it. Hmm. So you know what? I thought before that maybe it was some demon magic that made these dudes turn into kids. But maybe it was a wish. But look at that right there. Let me freeze frame it on Goku. You see Goku right here and Vegeta too. This like, oh man, I feel like because I heard people saying it's different art styles, and yeah, because when they're older, they're kind of looking like oh, closer to the original Dragon Ball. Like, look at Goku's eyes. I didn't even notice this. Like, Goku's eyes have not been rounded on the top in a long time. That might seem like a small thing, but go look at a bunch of pictures of Goku. I'm telling you, that line is going to start on the bottom. Like from here, it's going to start. Now it's not going to go all the way across the bottom. It goes halfway. This white. There's always white on the left side, but then it starts from halfway, goes around, comes up. Okay, that's how the lines are usually. So that's already a different thing. And drawing his eyes different. The head shape is, like old school Dragon Ball, Toriyama stuff kind of. It's closer to that. Like, I'm liking our style though, man. In turn, the kids is different from it's different from Broly. It's different from Superhero. I mean, of course, there's still similarities. It's just slight differences from what I could tell. The anime dudes could break it down way more. I mean, I could see the stuff, but you know, like that's what I'm saying. You see that, like it's like from the side, it goes from the middle over, wraps around. But even then, even still, it's doing it. But look at how round they are. I guess that's like it's that's his face is smaller. That's why they got the round edge and stuff. They kids, look at his eyes are rounded on the side. But even him, they're not drawn. I got a picture up, right? They're not drawn Vegeta the same way as they did in Broly. Because you see the Broly Vegeta, okay, the Broly movie kid Vegeta, like his head is just different, bro. It's a different head. They got the him. He looks more chibi in this one. He looks like adult Vegeta, but shrunken down. Like this a kid with a big head. Goku, he looks like kid Goku, but that Vegeta, he doesn't look the same as that one. Okay, that Goku, it's relatively the same. But let me not dwell on that for too. That Krillin, I should put it in slow motion, dog. Actually, look at Krillin. Oh my God, he looks weak. Look at his legs. What is going on with that? Looks like a oolong, oolong feet. I guess everybody changes like out of nowhere because they're all surprised looking at each other. So it must happen at this party that Bone's throwing. They all just turned to kids. Ox King, Master Roshi's a kid looks like Krillin or something. He got eyebrows. People thought that was Krillin dressing up as Master Roshi, but did you forget he was just in the earlier shot? And Master Roshi has a nose. Krillin doesn't. It's gonna be funny seeing him as a little kid. He's gonna still be a pervert probably too. Look at these little kids. They're not gonna remember anything. They won't even be able to talk. They got Goku floating. I guess is that Pilov's gang? I think that's Pilov's gang. Maybe not. Okay, so I think Goku's gonna be traveling through. Listen, this is the thing, people. I don't know why people are so mad. This is gonna be good, man. They're gonna be fighting. Goku is coming here to get the power ball, right? He's coming here to get the power ball, and that's to compensate for the little limbs he has. He has small legs and arms now, so he's getting the power ball. I don't see why people are so mad at this series and the concept of it. I think Toriyama he took It's clearly. I mean, I can't say clearly because it might not be him taking inspiration from GT, but I do know for a fact that Kid Goku turned into a kid is GT, no doubt. Okay, like he knows that, he remembers that, and I feel like since he knows that, he's putting this Daima in the slot that GT would be. It's replacing GT. Maybe GT can still exist outside of that because they got timelines. They could just do the Dragon Ball Heroes route and say, oh, that's in a different timeline. That's fine, but I feel like this, like on the narrow timeline that we're on now, where Battle of Gods picked up from GT like nothing happened. Picked up from GT after the Buu Saga. We going to Frieza. Boom, boom, boom. Tournament of Power. Moral, this, superhero. Broly. And now, after superhero, we're at this. This would be near the end of Z right now. Because this is where GT was at. Imagine everything. Imagine superhero was like where the Buu Saga was at. Okay, the next step is GT. That's what Daima is. Goku turns into a kid, and he's going on a grand tour. Think about it. Goku's going on they're about to go on a grand tour through the demon realm. Demon magic. Great demons. Okay, magical demons. And that's what they're about to be dealing with. They're going on a grand tour. He's getting that power pole. They're going to boot up. I don't know why people think that they're not going to be Super Saiyan. All of that stuff. There's not going to be some wild things happening. What if they transform? What if... Oh, man, we can see anything. Let me play that. Look at him. Look at the dude. Look at the dude, man. Look at him. Kid Goku. Okay? I don't see nothing wrong with this. Look at that animation, dude. The animation's gonna be sick, bro. They're gonna play around with it so much. They're gonna, especially because these dudes are little, so they could have a lot of incredible stuff happening. A lot of fun things happening with this, man. Animation wise, like actual fight wise, like we might get some good fights we thought we would never see, or that we haven't seen in a while. I seen people saying it's like a Namekian or Zamzala or something. I forget what did they call him, but I don't know. I think honestly, I don't know who this could be, man. I thought I had an idea before, but I do not. Could be a new character. See, a lot of these clips are definitely from the first episode. Goku still on Earth, jumping off. Okay, that eye right there, turning around. A lot of people said it's Whis. Let's see. That might just be Whis because of the hair. Hold on, does Whis have eyeliner around his eyes? I never noticed that. Oh man, Whis does not have no eyeshadow or tint around his eyes. I see why people would think it's him. But nah, and then yeah. I figured Whis' skin is blue. I think that's the Kai I seen in the beginning. That's why I thought. That's the same exact reason why I thought this person was a woman. Right. Oh, but this person has a mohawk, so there would be no hair on the sideburns like this picture. That's somebody else, man. Okay, let me stop. You know Goku's gonna be eating there. You know they're gonna have Goku eat there. Like, come on. What else would that be for? I think this dude looks up to Babidi. He either idolizes Babidi or knows him somehow, like either related or just knows him, or that heard of him or whatever. But I think he idolizes him. That's the same thing as just knowing about him. So he definitely knows about him. I want to see what that freeze frame is. The impact frame. I can't get it. Somebody's arms are out. Okay, yeah. You see that? That's like more of the. That's a different style than in the beginning. Because in the beginning it was like a softer, um, early Dragon Ball kind of Toriyama manga style. And this one right here, it's a whole different style now, man. This is like the Yamamoro stuff around here. What's that Yamamoro? Ooh. The hit to the gut. Gallic gun. Hold on, okay. Let's play this back. He definitely obviously he knows Babidi, dude. He keeps looking at him. But why is he going to that particular event? I wonder if that's the way obviously, why wouldn't I think of it? Of course, if you're doing a story about demons, it's Daima. It's okay. You're going to have Majin. I guess because it's a magic Jin. Okay, the Jin. I don't know if you know about the Jin, DJINN, DJINN, or sometimes the JINN or JIN. That's pretty much the genie type of magical demon. Okay, and that's what Majin Buu is. He's a Majin. Like I said earlier, the word Ma that's in Maho, which is magic, Maho, because the word magic already has demon, the kanji for demon in it. Okay, and then Daimao. Okay, and Mao, that's demon king. Okay, we know that already. Okay, so that's the same kanji for demon. And then Shin is God. Demon gods. Majin Buu was a demon god. In the technical sense, that's the word. He was just some demonic entity, some demonic being. We don't know anything about his origin. We're probably gonna learn about the origins of Majin Buu in this. That's what I'm gonna name the title of this video. That's because I don't think anybody's thought about that being the plot of this. Nobody's thought about that being the plot of this. I don't think anybody has thought of Majin Buu being the plot. Because I think we're gonna find out the origins of Majin Buu in this. At least more about him. and stuff like that. Who created him? Other than Babidi, like summoning him, he knew he was summoning Majin Buu. Like we gonna learn about Babidi's. We gonna learn about Babidi. We might learn about Babidi. Honestly, if we don't learn about Majin Buu all the way, we gonna learn about Babidi. So I think this whole thing we're gonna learn about Majin Buu, and we're gonna see all sorts of demons and learn about more about that part of that world because they really haven't expanded that. They've expanded upward with the gods. We've already seen Enma and you know the King Kai's place, and we know about all of that, the afterlife and hell, and you know that's the in between world, but that's Earth's hell. Every place should have its own hell technically, and there's other realms that exist. Long story short, we've seen everything holy. We've seen all the gods and their places and how they work. We've seen evil gods, aka Zamasu, but we have not seen actual demons. There's probably good demons, but we might see like all the demons are evil. That's the exact opposite of the Kais. They probably run things the same way. They got their own thing to run. So we don't really got nothing left, you know. Goku and Vegeta, everybody gets turned to kids. Got a couple different art styles in the show. A lot of people don't like it. I think it's gonna be sweet, man. It's gonna be sweet. I think it's gonna really dive into uh, Majin Buu and Babidi and their backstory and where Babidi came from and Buu and all that. People that know him, like other demons in general. That's gonna be something good to see, man. But I just put this out. I'm gonna have some more shit. This is just like general thoughts. You know, Dragon Ball Daima. I guess like demon magic or like evil Dragon Ball evil magic. Dragon Ball evil demon. Like I don't know what they would call it, but it's Dragon Ball Daima. That's what we get. So I don't know what they would call it exactly in English, but I feel like it'd be something like Dragon Ball Demon Magic, or I don't know, like maybe it'd be Dragon Ball Evil something about them demons, and I think we're gonna find out about Majin Buu, his backstory. Cause who was this guy? Oh no, wait, look at this guy. Like he's holding his fist out, like he's like grabbing the air, like like maybe he's mad at Babidi. That could either be a curse you, or he's cursing the people who did this to the person's picture he's staring at. He's staring at his picture. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to zoom in post production so we can get a look at this. Gotta remind myself, and I could talk about it right now because you know I don't know what that Kai is. I know it's a demon Kai though, but is that a dude? That's what I'm wondering because I keep thinking it's the same person who turned around in the earlier shot, had their eye toward the camera. I think I already passed it though, but that Gatling gun looks so nice. I don't want this video to be too long though.